Hello there, my name is MARC MORITZ, and I am reading for the role of MCNEAL in the play MCNEAL for Milwaukee Rep. Thank you and have a great day. Shakespeare. He wrote a play called King Lear, which shares 70% of its words with a previous play called King Lear, L-E-I-R, which was uploaded into Shakespeare's system probably when he performed it as a younger man. The original Lear is a play. Not one, by the way, gazillionth as good as the one he'd remake it into, plagiarize, output, or just plain write, transforming a fifth-rate set of words into the greatest play ever written. Now, you put that original version of Lear into any one of these fancy language models, you run it through 100,000 times, you will never come close to reproducing the word order of the sweet swan of Avon and what he came up with. Trust me, I've tried. Now, we'd like to lie to ourselves. And in our daily habit of self-deception, the computers are our fondest enablers. However, the great artists, writers, books, the great humans have always chosen not to play along with our lies, but to confront them. Now, I said earlier that the future was one of two great human unknowns. I want to say some words about the other. A thing computers don't understand and never will. A thing no words have ever been able to penetrate. I'm speaking, of course, of death. Now, when a storm blew up the willow in my yard, my wife's grave got exposed. I moved her remains. You know, cradling your dead wife's skull will teach you a thing or two about being alive. I never felt more love than staring into my dead wife's eyes, those empty sockets lined with shreds of her still withering flesh. I did warn you, I was going there. Now, we don't want to die. We don't like the idea or the reality of it. It's not for nothing that in all three of those computer-generated books on the bestseller list this week, none of their protagonists die. Now, AI knows how much we hate dying, how much we lie to ourselves about it, and it is all too happy to help us forget. Literature, distinguished guests, doesn't play along. Not with our hubris or our lies or our endless terror of the mortal truth. Which is why we need it more now than ever. Okay. See you all at the hotel bar. Fries across the street. First round's on me. I thought I had the only copy of that manuscript.
She just got back from visiting you in Rome. She just finished it. She gave it to me to read. I made a copy and I've had it ever since.
When was the last time you read it?
A few nights ago, as a matter of fact, after putting down your disgusting book, to see the fucking blurbs on the back cover like you hoodwinked everyone again. I sat with a pencil 2 nights ago and went through it and saw for myself just how much you stole. I mean, it's like you used all the same words.
Yeah, and never in the same order. There isn't a sentence that isn't different. Your mother was brilliant and complicated, but she was not a writer, Harlan.
Then how'd she get a short story published in Salma Gooden?
The story was unreadable until I rewrote it for her. I repeat, your mother was not a writer, which is why she never became one.
She never became one because there was no room in our house for anything but you.
Please.
She never became one because you wouldn't let her become one.
How old were you? What? 15, right? When I was in Rome for the year and she came back, she makes her 15-year-old kid read something like that? What else she make you do? Look, your mother was not sane, Harlan, which is not your fault.
It was actually yours. You drove her insane. You drove her to suicide. I blame you for that.
Yeah, well, the only blame I carry is for leaving her alone with you.
What is that?
She was broken. We both were. I needed someone else to see what I could be. Look, she took the best of herself. She put it in me, right? She put it on me. And what she gave me from herself made me fly. And you know what? That was exactly what she wanted. Because she would see me writing a book and she thinks it's her writing it. It was in a way. It made her happy until the book came out and she would find it in the bookstore at a friend's house and see that her name was not on the cover. She was happy when she could believe we were the same person, but boy, did it piss her off when she realized we weren't. That was the dance. But it wasn't for me. She would just as soon find someone else to dance that dance with her.
What the fuck is that?
It's your mother's journal from when you were 15. Here. When I got home from Rome, I had my book. Here it was, proof that I didn't need Jacob to live through. Pages that proved a different life was possible. My paper monument, all mine. I came home and gave it to Harlan, my thoughtful, loving, gorgeous son. He read it and he loved it, and the happiness I felt was like nothing, because here was the truth all along, right before me, the one worth being more than being me, my son. And I kissed him. And when my lips found his lips and my hands found his fullness, a fullness that was my fullness, which must be why holding it felt so good, so perfect in my... You're going to want the rest of these too.